YouTube, what is up? Jl'hoops back with another video. Now before I talk about the topic, I'm back here with another collab of
Cairo. How y'all doing, man? It's a blessing to be back on here, man. So today, we got some controversial topics for you, man. You know, I'm gonna let my guy Jimmy deliver it to you. Hey, man, if y'all want to say something, man, just comment, definitely comment. But it's a blessing to be on here, and I'm ready to talk on today's topic.
Today's topic we'll talk about is the top 15 players of this season so far. And now, before I get more into the deep of the topic, my thing is, it's based on this season and based on who the player is I'd rather have over this player. More than what his stats is. So if the guy had averaged more, I'd have this player over him. Just saying that. But I'm just saying, I want to hear if you guys agree with the list, what you guys have changed about the list. I want to hear you guys' comments about the list so far. But before we start the video, you gotta like, comment, subscribe to Jl'hoops, so the case is on. And come on, they gotta subscribe, right?
Man, y'all wild, man. I know we got podcast P out here, man. We got Through the Wires that we spoke on in the past, but we gotta support up and coming podcasters slash YouTube casters, however you want to call it. But Jimmy's on the come up, man. He's speaking facts. So definitely subscribe, comment, tell a friend, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your cousin, man. Let's get into it, man. I'm ready. Let's go.
But I'm not talking too much to get the video started.
Yes, sir.
Top 15 players of this season. Now, let's get into this. Now, you ready for this list?
I've been ready for this list. Are y'all ready for this list?
I don't know.
I don't know if they ready for this list.
I don't know. But the list could be definitely gonna pop right here. Let's get into this list.
Let's get into it.
So 15 is Kawhi Leonard. Definitely one of the healthiest players this season so far. Only get 30 minutes in the game. And definitely having one of the best seasons so far for him. And good for the top 4, so definitely up the top 15. 14, Anthony Davis. They're running the 3 year. Having a good year. We all know about AD. We all know that. But he is still AD. He is still productive. He is still that guy. So Anthony Davis took 14. 13, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is having a great year. Anthony Edwards is that guy. He averaged 26 points a game, and the Wolves are top 5. So I gotta put him in the top 50 players.
First?
Yes, well, no, third right now. They're third right now. But the Wolves all have a great season because of him. So I gotta put him in the top 50 right there. 12, Jaylen Brown. 12 with Jaylen Brown. I have seen a great Jaylen Brown this year. I'm definitely gonna do a video on that. He has been doing great. He's been more efficient this season, and he's been more better player this year. In the past few years. So this year, Jaylen Brown to me is the top 50 player. 11, Devin Booker. Devin Booker is one of the best shooting guards in the game. One of the best scorers in the game. So yeah, no matter where the Suns are, Devin Booker is still one of the great players. So to me, he is the top 50 player. No matter where the Suns are, no matter where it is, the Suns definitely need him. So he is that guy. So he is top 50 player. So 11. Now, this is where we get juicy. Right here. Top 10 right here. Now, this top 10 was harder than the top 15. So this is top 10. And before I get to top 10, I forgot to say, hope I mentioned who did not make that list is Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler did not make that list. Tyrese Halliburton did not make that list. Jeff Brunson did not make that list. And David Lillard did not make the list.
Lillard
did not make my list. Those are 4 players right there that did my list.
It's gonna trigger some of y'all.
I know. So look at the top 10 right here. You ready? Top 10. 10, Don Mitchell. Best shooting guard in the game in my opinion. Debatable, but best shooting guard in the game. Cavs top 3, and he averaged a career high point, 28 points a game, 5 assists per game, around that. And Don Mitchell is having a great season so far. Don Mitchell is one of the best scorers in this game. So Don Mitchell, I think he's a top 10 player. So 9, 9 is Joel Embiid. Yes, Joel Embiid had an MVP season. Yes, Joel Embiid always productive in the season. But we have to see more from him. We always say that we have to see more from Joel Embiid. But top wise, Joel Embiid got that. Top wise, he's one of the best bigs in the game, second best big in the game. But Joel Embiid is a 9 to me, the 9 best player in the game. So I gotta have other players throwing him. 8. Don't know how this guy's still playing. Don't know how this guy, we don't know when he retired. LeBron James. The GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest player of all time. We're not going to talk about who the greatest player of all time is, but LeBron James, he at my 8 right now.
Trigger y'all too, man.
LeBron is 8. LeBron is still having amazing season, averaging over 20 points a game. At 39 is crazy. And you know what the Lakers are? They definitely need him. So I got to put LeBron at 8. My 8. And he had a great season. And he also for a reason. One of the best players in the game. And longevity, come on. That guy got that. So 8, LeBron. Okay. And back to this guy. About what the Suns are, this guy is still him. He said he's still him. Kevin Durant in my 7. Kevin Durant in 7. He's still him. We're not going to talk about the Suns right now. We're not going to talk about that. But KD is still him. KD averaging 25 points a game, and he's still that guy. So to me, KD unguardable. KD that guy. So he's number 7. Now 6. This guy is having an MVP season. This guy has shown he a top 5 MVP. Now people say he should have been top 5, but I can't put him right there yet. He close, but not there yet. Not there yet. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6. SGA is 6. He is a great player, one of the best players in this game. But I don't think he's top 5 yet. Until I see big moments for Shai, I gotta see more from him. But Shai have a great season. This is nothing to him. I'll just say on this topic right here, if Shai don't have a great playoffs, I think he'll well up the playoffs. But if he don't have a great playoffs, media gonna turn on him. I think that a lot. Media gonna turn on him. But to me, he top 6. And I think he MVP candidate. There are a lot of MVP candidates who is one of the top 10, but he is 6 right there. So 6, yeah. Now top 5. And juice right here more. 5, Luka Doncic. Mavs are nowhere at Luka. And Luka carry the Mavs. Luka has showed us over and over he can do that guy. But the only thing about Luka is his offense is so spectacular. So spectacular as a player that I'm saying is one thing is his defense is questionable. So that's why I have all these players over him. And stuff. So only thing is that. But Luka's 24. That's the crazy part. The guy is only 24, so he got a lot of growing to do. But he is a top 5 player. He is that guy, and he shows over and over. And he had triple doubles amazing on over and over. So Luka is top 5. 4, Stephen Curry. Yes, the Warriors are not good. Yes, the Warriors are not in the top 5 standings. But Curry has shown us over this season, he is still that guy. Yes, he had bad games, but he carried a load over the Curry over the wins. So Curry is still that guy. Curry had 4 rings for a reason. Curry is the best shooter in the game for a reason. So to me as a player, I gotta have Curry. If I have to pick a franchise, I gotta pick Curry. And the guy is 35 and still averaging over 25 points a game.
That's impressive.
That's impressive right there. So Curry's top 4. 3. Now we're getting right here. 3. Top 3 players right here. I'm gonna say this right here. Top 3, man, I switch it. But it can be switchable, it can be debatable. But these are my top 3 right here. Top 3 players. 3. Giannis. Can't say his last name, but Giannis. And you know how I'm gonna say Giannis. Gotta keep. But yeah, Giannis. Giannis is my 3. Giannis, 3 feet. Is still having amazing season. No matter what the Bucks are, he is still that guy. And his present is him.
Yeah.
So Giannis is 3. Doing amazing what he does. And rebounds, points, assists, everything. Giannis is that 4th on the Bucks. And without him, the Bucks would be a lot. Or would it be worse? So I got to put Giannis top 3. He has an amazing season. He's an MVP candidate. So Giannis top 3. 2. Remember, this guy is only 25. This guy, I don't care what he said, this guy has shown us over and over he is him.
JT?
And he had his back against the walls in playoffs over and over. He showed that he stepped up. They had a best record in the NBA right now. So Jason Tatum is my number 2.
Okay.
Yes, he don't have amazing stats. Yes, he not averaging 30 or 35, but he is still productive on the best team in the NBA. He averaged 27 points a game, averaging you know a high-end assist, averaging 6 rebounds per game, and he's showing us he that guy. And Jason Tatum is 25 years old. He's young, so he has still had time. A lot of cats, a lot of guys have won the title when they're old, like LeBron won at 27. Jokic won at 28. Curry won at 26. So he still got the top running. So stop saying KT is overrated a little bit. Stop saying that. Because to me, he has shown it over and over. He stepped up when he back against the wall. Game 6 against Milwaukee. Game 7 and had broken record against Philly. So he has shown it and stuff. And he went to 4 final periods. So somebody 125-year-old doing that. And in the money, they're in the money for a title. Yeah, I think they can win it this year, but we're not gonna talk about that. But 125 can do that. 125 had done that right now. So to me, Jason Tatum number 2. But number 1, I think you already know who I'm going with. Best player who already won a championship and the best center in the game, best big in the game.
Joker.
One of a kind. The Joker. Nikola Jokic. One of a kind. His game is crazy.
Horses in the offseason.
Yeah, his game is crazy. His game is slow, but it's like one of a kind watching him. Like, it's definitely difficult to watch. It's not difficult, but great to watch.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like, when you watch his game, it's like, whoa. And stuff. Like, I remember, I don't know what game was. I think it was game 6.
You never want to have any fun anymore.
Or game 5, when it was the Lakers. And he was just making shots out of nowhere. And passes, taking shots, getting rebounds. I'm like, yo. Whoa, about this guy. Like, he remind me, not saying he plays like him, but he remind me of Tim Duncan. A lot of Tim Duncan.
Very fundamental.
Very fundamental. Very slow. But like one of those guys that are not going to be, flashy, or like Kyrie, or like, oh my gosh, athletic, and stuff. He plays his own game at the right pace. So to me, I gotta take him number 1. Number 1 best player in the game. And he's in the running for a 3rd MVP right now. So he is showing it over and over that he's that guy. So Denver could go back to back because of him. And I gotta say, Jokic number 1. So the list gonna pop up right here. What you guys thoughts? And look at my boy thoughts right now.
Oh no. The police.
What you thinking, bro?
Take the shades off, bro. I like the shades.
He took the shades off.
Yeah, the shades, general. Alright, man. So, I'm not gonna lie. This is a pretty solid list, man. I really don't have a lot of. I'll go player by player, but just I guess a preview into it. It's a solid list. So I'm gonna start off with Kay Leonard, the fun guy. Kawhi at 15 that's fair. Kawhi Leonard, as we know, he's the testament to load management. I was probably say James Harden, like that whole crew started that whole word of what that even is, right? I know like the cats like Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet, like just different players in the 90s would definitely disagree with what load management is. But Kawhi at 15, that's good. I like that because Kawhi, to Jimmy's point, he's came so far. Kawhi came so far. It's the true definition of his work. He just worked. Came into the league. He was a perennial defensive specialist. And then by his 3rd or 4th season, he's shooting out the gym, right? And that was even like his prominent, playing style. So I like Kawhi at 15, and he's definitely, like Jimmy said, in the past few seasons, it's been his most healthy, consistent season that he's played. So that's good. I like that. AD, aka the Glass. Davis, man, he should be top 10. In my opinion. But he's playing at this, I would say he's around this area right now. Like, if he was playing as he should have been top 10. Right? And I say that because, Jimmy knows this. We talk about this all the time. Anthony Davis, that was supposed to be his team. LeBron is, 39? LeBron came into the league when I was shooting in the crib, literally in the crib. Not like at the crib, in the crib. So he's been in the league since '03, '04, you know, so Anthony Davis, I thought the agreement was when he came there that he was going to take over this team. And I think because of just his physique, you know, and just his makeup, he's just not, I don't know, man. He's a great player when healthy, you know. Definitely one of the top bigs in the game when healthy. But, I don't know, man. But 14, I like that. 14, I'm not mad at that.
I tried to say though, the other thing about AD is too, there's a lot of games you can say that you'll see that aggression from him and stuff. So that's why I put him at 14 too, because a lot of times you can see him have a great game like 40 or 20 or 30, but some games you look at him like, what is this?
But I think that stems from just that he's made out of glass. Like, you gotta understand, I mean, unfortunately, when you get hurt that many times, you know, and all my athletes, you know, y'all can relate to this, you know, as a previous, past, retired, competitive athlete, you know, like, when you get hurt, you're hesitant to do some of the same things that you're doing because you know those were kind of like the stepping stones to how you got hurt in the first place. So I think he's just kind of like psychologically, he's at a different state of mind right now, you know. But I'm praying that he gets better, man, because he's a great player. He's always been a special player. He was on that USA team back in 2012 for a reason. As, you know, in Kentucky. But at 12, we go up the list. Jay Brown. Definitely having I forgot about my man Ant-Man. Anthony Edwards. You know what's crazy, man? Like, and I told Jimmy this. Like, Ant-Man. I remember when he was at Georgia. And he never took the game serious, man. Like, Ant-Man was just one of those type of cats who would just like, he would just do what he needed to do. Like, he was just such great of a player. But you know, when I guess as he's continuing to mature and he's realizing that his talent is high, like he has a high ceiling, he's now starting to really put his foot down and stand on business. So I like him at 13. I think he's a part of that rising stars category. As I was telling Jimmy, like I would say him, both Tyrese's, Halliburton and Maxey. You could probably even put like a Garland type of player, like those type of cats aren't superstars yet per se. You even put like Shea in there, but they're definitely on the rise. Like this is definitely like gonna be the new makeup of the league, you know. So I like him at 13. Jay Brown, 12. You know, Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown. I saw Jimmy this, you know, I think it was yesterday. I love Jaylen Brown as a person. He's a good person, man. Like, that man is very talented. Like, he's multi-talented. He has a lot of like hidden talents. But he's definitely a great player. You know, I say he's athletic. You know, he's definitely polished. He has a polished game. He's always been talented. Ever since him and he came the season prior to JT coming to the league. But ever since they made it to the conference finals and they were a game away against the Warriors.
Yeah.
You know, they've always been like, it's kind of like you go into a gym and you see those two young cats that just eager to learn, and you know, you could just tell they're not really there yet. That reminds me of a Jaylen Brown, you know. But I just want to speak on this real quick, man. I was telling Jimmy this, man. The Celtics, man, I feel like the problem with the Celtics, separating them from being champions, is that psychological edge. They don't have that psychological edge. It's been shown at different times, you know. But just like I was telling him, man, it's only a matter of time because they have the culture. They definitely have the foundation that they've been building for seasons on seasons. They've made the good trades and your Chris Stapps and, you know, trading away Smart. We'll see how that is in the couple playoffs, but I think they're in a good clip. So I would say Jaylen Brown at 12 is fair. You know, great player. I just need to see that psychological edge, but he's definitely coming into his own. D-Book. All I gotta say about Devin Booker, man, to be honest with y'all, every time I see the Suns play, I'm just gonna be honest, man. Like, I know Devin Booker is like one of our, I don't want to say he's a Kobe type of scorer now. He definitely, his game is scoring oriented. You know, he's definitely like an offensive first type of cat. You know, he's a score first type of cat. But every time I see the Suns play, like, I see KD or like a Bradley Beal when healthy. Like, I don't really see like a Devin Booker taking over the game per se, you know. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Just because like I don't like I've seen Devin Booker in those moments, man, and I don't know, man. I really don't. And as far as this season goes, we're just basing it off of this season alone. I don't know. I'm not trying to discredit what he got going on, but I don't know. Let's just go with the 10. I don't know. But let's look into Spike, Donovan Mitchell. I've always enjoyed his game. Ever since he got drafted and he went to the Jazz, built his resume up there and then got traded here. Donovan Mitchell's always been like a dog. I always had that dog mentality to him. Fun guy, seems like the game just comes to him so natural. He's just a natural athlete, you could tell. I like Donovan Mitchell. I think he has a lot of potential, a high ceiling, and just like I was telling Jimmy, y'all should check out our video we did on the East, the standings, and we were speaking on the Cavs and just the impact that he has on the Cavs. And I feel like Donovan Mitchell is in a great position now compared to where he was at when he was at the Jazz. He's around players now who are pouring into him the right way, and he has a support cast. When he was on the Jazz, you could tell he was kind of just like on a lone island, but now you can tell he definitely has the pieces and the teams come into their own. And he's still a relatively young cast, so
I've got to say that too.
I like that at 10. I like Donovan at 10. Very consistent. We'll see what the Cavs do moving forward this season. Joel Embiid, man.
What you gotta say about Joel, bro? What you gotta say?
I'm gonna be honest, Jimmy knows how I feel about Joel, bro. I really don't think highly of Joel Embiid just because of what he does come playoffs.
Good.
Joel Embiid, and I know Shaq could touch on this, the Eagles talking about this, man. One of the greatest of all time. Probably the greatest, depending on who you're speaking to, right? Joel Embiid does not show up, man, when it matters, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. He does not show up when it matters, bro. It's been proven on many different occasions, bro. You see the difference, bro. You see it in come playoffs, right? You look at the categories, right? And you're like, bro, what? LeBron damn sprained his ankle, like what was he doing? What was he doing at home, bro? Like the numbers just don't correlate, bro. There's no jump. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel like to me, the 9 and up on this list are relatively, depending who you're speaking to, superstars. So as a superstar, your game is supposed to be lifted, right? Your game is supposed to be amplified come playoffs. And I feel like he does not do that. So him at 9, that's fair.
And I'm about to say, just a little spiritual now. Joel Embiid, during the season, he played like a superstar. I gotta say that.
He kills it.
He kills it like a superstar during the season. The playoffs, right on that, he does it.
But like on that, like I'm gonna be honest, Jimmy knows this, bro. Like I'm a coach, and I don't think I'm a coach. I feel like I just do what I need to do to help kids grow. But like, I guess I have a coaching mindset, bro. Like to what point does it matter? If you're not really doing that in those moments, to me, great player. Always been a great player, always been true to, very talented. He plays as a guard type of handles, shoots out the gym as a big man, but to me, he just does not make that jump. Going to 8, the King. Just like I told y'all, man, the King has been playing since I was in the crib. Not at the crib, in the crib. LeBron, this is probably one of the fairest standings of rankings. I would say LeBron at 8. LeBron, I would not say he's a top 3, top 4 this season at all. I would be lying to y'all if I said that. He's definitely not 10 in the middle. Right in the middle. He's right in the middle. LeBron, to Jimmy's point, he's probably having one of the more complete seasons of his career all around. But he's definitely, the players above him are definitely above him. I would say he's probably the most properly rated on this list.
And I gotta say that, you have to say LeBron in the past years to not to say LeBron in the past years.
He's evolved. All across the board.
So like, if you not to say, to me, like he evolved in every way for him. He's still LeBron James. He's still that guy. But you have to say LeBron in the past years, like Miami LeBron or Cavs LeBron. But he's still, to me, the top 10 player. Still that guy.
Exactly. So I would say he's probably the most properly rated on this list, right? So it's going up to 7. KD, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is that one. He's that one. That one. He's that one general that goes. You know, when you're playing pickup, right? You know, Jimmy and I are probably about 50, 60 feet away from the court, right? He's that one general that leaves a team because he's unhappy. You know, about one particular play or one player. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I really don't think as high as I should of Kevin Durant just because of his loyalty. The Mondem has no loyalty, you know. Me personally, I would have ran it back. If I was in his position, OKC, young KD, young Westbrook, young Harden, I just would have said Cephalosha, you know, Serge. They had a nice up-and-coming team. I would have just ran it back if it was up to me, right? But that's just my type of mentality. I feel like if you're in that position, you can get back there. And because of what you've been through and the experience that you got with your guys, you're gonna make it even higher. You're gonna apply more pressure that next season. So I really don't feel as highly as KD as I should, but 7 is fair. I mean, at the end of the day, Kevin Durant's still, you know, probably one of the most prominent scorers we've seen since Kobe. One of the most natural scorers we've seen, and just the way he can create his own shot and just how natural the game comes in. So I would say 7, that's fair. 6, SGA, man. Shay, man. You know, it's funny, Jimmy and I were just talking about this, bro. Like, during the bubble, a lot of cats, they didn't even know who this man was, bro. Like, I don't even want to hear it, bro. I mean, I guess if you play 2K, you might have picked them on them up. Let's say if one of your stars got injured or they're in foul trouble for other reason, he just came into the game. But he's always been like a coachable cat. So I wouldn't say this game, like he was outstanding from day one, but he was definitely coachable. I remember I was watching Podcast P, you know, ironically, hopefully Mondem himself watches this, man. Shout out to Paul George, man. But I remember he had Lou Williams on his old teammate. He had Lou Williams on a cast episode. And Lou was talking about how Shea was just so coachable, man. You know, they would just pour into him as a youth. Because at the time, he was kind of like the jet of the team. You know, he was kind of like you know, they were like the big dogs, and he was like the little kid, like the youth that you would bring in. So definitely a coachable cat, man. I'm mad at 6. Me personally, I would have him on them a little higher, maybe 5 or 4. If we're basing it solely from October up until now, but this is fair. This is fair. And to Jimmy's point that he was making, like he hasn't really proven anything yet, like long term. You know, definitely showcases that he has potential. Definitely showcases that he is a star and will continue to be a star in this league, but he hasn't really been challenged yet. So 6 isn't bad. Me personally, I probably had him on them 4 or 5. Probably would have him 4. You know what? I'll speak on it. But that's what I feel. Luka.
Yeah, I'm just saying too.
Yeah.
That I'm just saying OKC is top 2. Talks to them. OKC is top 2 because of him. Talks to him. Definitely. But we gotta wait and see what's gonna happen to the playoffs for him.
I agree, because you know that's what I'm saying. Like those are extra points, right? Your Ants on the list, your Shays on the list, you know, your JT's on the list. Maybe Giannis, depending on who you're speaking to. Definitely Jokic. Like these are players that teams are succeeding.
Yeah.
You know, their teams are on the top half, top percentile of their conference. So shout out to Shea. Luka. Luka's my favorite player in the league, man. I get a little biased. Luka's my favorite player in the league, man. Like, just how natural the game comes to this cat, man. Like, and you can just tell it, like, he reminds me of myself, man, when I'm out there hooping, man. Like, I wouldn't say I'm as talented as Luka, but, like, just the free spirit that he plays with, bro. Like, I remember that game when you remember that game when he made that miraculous shot, and then he was falling back with it. And the man was just laughing like a kid, bro. So
I know what you're
Luka just reminds me of someone who just loves the game. Like, he clearly has competitiveness, but he's still like a child at heart. Like, he loves the game to the point where it's that noticeable. To me, that's why he's one of my favorites, because it's like he's competitive, but at the same time, he's just having a good old time, man. He's enjoying his career. He's enjoying his passion. So, Luka at 5, I would have Luka in my books. Luka's arguably 2 or 3. 2 or 3 in my books. 2 or 3 in my books, arguably. But great talent, man. I would just say the thing is with Luka, his health. You know, he's used a lot on that team. The offense runs through him. Like, I think Lamar then plays at least 36 minutes a game. You know, his usage is really high. So hopefully he stays healthy, man, because it'll be interesting to see what type of run that him and Kyrie could, you know, lead their team into. But great player, man. Great young talent, bro. Or Steph and Curry. Honestly, I don't really know a lot to say about Steph, man. I feel like Steph, like, whenever you just hear the name, like, Steph is just, enough is said. You know, like, he's done enough, man. Like, even from Davidson, even before that, his travel days, like, Steph is definitely one of those cats who, adversity, the man fought adversity. Like, speaking from somebody who's short and not as bulky, like, he defied the odds in the sense of, like, bro, you can make a push to be one of the greatest if you just work, despite how big you are, despite your talents. You know, he was even highly rated coming out of high school or college for that matter. So he definitely came up a long way, bro. So I respect Curry. He's a stand-up guy, man. Expecting his 4th child soon. So yeah, man, I like it. Like I said, I will probably switch Curry with Shea. Just wanted to say that. Put that out there. Based off of this season alone, I would switch them. And another main reason why I would switch them, besides I told Jimmy, like, I'm basically also on team rankings, right?
Yeah.
And if we're being honest, I hope they do, but I don't even know if the Warriors even gonna make play-in.
I'll play. They're playing right now.
They'll make play-in, but I don't know if they're gonna make playoffs, right? Now, I'm not gonna discredit the Warriors. Similar to my team, I'm a Heat fan. They step up in the playoffs, so I feel like once they get there, they'll be fine. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to conference finals, but I don't know what it is. But I hope that they can get into it. I know they're in play-in right now, but they can get in the playoffs. Right? 3, keep this short. Giannis, the Greek freak himself, the general himself, man. Giannis, another player who's just a testament of hard work, bro. Came into the league, skinnier than me, bro. Shoot, can't even prove it, bro. The man was like this skinny, bro. But like, he definitely been working, bro. The man's been working crazy. You know, he's an all-around superstar, man. And I think him bringing a ring to Milwaukee after all those years was impressive. You know, he annihilated my team first round. So I think he has a lot of, I give him a lot of credit, man. You know, and he's definitely a loyal player. My only thing with Giannis, though, is that he's one-dimensional.
Oh, yeah,
he's one-dimensional, bro. And if I'm being honest, I'm not hating, I'm just keeping it real. I mean, if y'all want to say something, man, hit me up in the comments, man. Hit Jimmy up in the comments, bro.
My bad. I was about to say, I forgot to say, the reason I put Giannis at 3, none of his presence, none of his players, to me, a lot of these two guys, Giannis is one-dimensional player. You can see a lot of strategies around him and everything. So my thing is with Giannis, if he can't get to the rim or get to the paint right there, if he forcing his free throws or shooting, he's gonna make 1-3 out of one. But still, if he forces to shoot or make free throws, that could be a struggle for him. And so, we can see a lot of strategies when Toronto did 2018, or we could see it when Miami did it when they made it to the finals last year or the year before 2020. You see a lot of strategy in Giannis. Giannis is still that guy, but that's one thing. Like, it's still there to him. That his weakness. And a lot of teams figure out, okay, if we did have one weakness out,
we set up a wall.
They can hold him. Giannis still is score, but it not to be
contain
effective.
him to an extent. You know, I would say stop him, but contain him to an extent. And that's the thing with myself with Giannis. Like, Giannis would be an even more incredible player if he developed a reliable shot.
Right.
You know, like, he can get to the rim at will. There's only very few players who can get to the rim at will in this league. I would say Bron, Zion Williamson, Giannis, Jokic. There's definitely some cats in this league who every possession they could, if they needed to,
Right.
they get into the rim, and that would be an N1. Guaranteed. So I would say if he developed a reliable shot, to me, that would just up his game, man. But that's really my only thing about Giannis. Other than that, he's an incredible player. I don't have anything negative to say about him. Two-way player, I would say that. It's the only thing. Number 2.
Yeah. How you feel about my favorite players? Not my favorite. I don't think I have a favorite player, but he's one of my favorite players. I think you say that he's my favorite though.
Nah, you talk about the mind.
I think about him a lot.
You going to Jamaica with it, man. You going to the line. JT, man. JT is, like I said with Jaylen Brown, bro. Like these are just some coachable cats, bro. I feel like they came into the league and they were just ready to get into it. They didn't stretch. They just went right into it, bro. JT is developing quickly, coming into his own quickly. Just like with Jay Brown, though, man, it's the same thing, bro. Despite the stats, despite the presence and the usage on his team, the Celtics are the best team in the league for a reason, right? And he's a huge reason, probably the reason for that, right? The biggest reason, but they also have a strong council. He also has a strong council behind him, right? Right behind him. My only thing with JT, just like with Jay Brown, bro, I gotta see that psychological edge. I haven't seen it yet, bro. I haven't seen it yet. Me personally, him coming to the league his rookie year, he almost made it to the finals. That was impressive. We don't know a lot of cats that are playing at the level that he did in his rookie year, making that type of impact that he had and almost made it to the finals. Usually rookies these days, they make it to the finals, but they're not as involved on the team as he was. So, to that point, like I said, him and Jay Brown, great talent, great set of talent. I gotta see that psychological edge. Once I see that, but I wouldn't put him 2. Like I said, I would probably put Luka 2, and then Giannis. So Luka and Giannis in my book could go 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, and I'll probably put JT either 5 or 6.
Oh, wow.
5 or 6, 4 or 5 or 6. I'll put him in that little range right there. But hey, man, we all have different opinions. Number 1, I'm gonna ride it out with the mind that who rides horses in all season. Apparently doesn't care about basketball, he's just doing it for source of income. Nikola Jokic, man. Jokic is a very interesting player to say the least. There's really nothing special about Jokic besides that he's just really good at the game of basketball somehow, and just speaking to my fans out there, not even just my fans, but those who really just know the game and study the game. If you watch Jokic play, he's not jumping out the gym like a Westbrook. He's not speedy quick like a De'Aaron Fox. He's not crazy defensive specialist like your Jimmys or your Kawhis or maybe even like the Lambys. He doesn't have an incredible shot like your Currys, your Dames. He's just really good at this game somehow, And I think it's just a testament to wow, bro, this game has evolved a lot. And it's just interesting to see you don't have to be an athletic freak to be one of the best. You just gotta know your craft and just be good at what you do every day. You don't have to be the best, but you gotta be good at what you do every single day. So to that point, he's definitely, I would say him and Bron to me are probably the most properly rated on this list. He's definitely 1 and Bron's definitely 8. But that's my 1 through 15. Speaking on Jimmy's honorable mentions real quick, he mentioned Tyrese, he mentioned Jalen Brunson, and Jimmy Buckets. I would not put Jimmy Buckets and Dame. I would not put Jimmy on this list. I told Jimmy this. He doesn't show up to his fullest in the regular season.
Right.
And if we're talking from October to now, he doesn't deserve to be on this list. And this is coming from a Heat fan.
I agree with that.
I'm just going to keep it like that. We're talking playoffs now, different game.
Sure.
But we're talking from October to now. Let's be honest, bro. Let's keep it real. Jalen Brunson, that is an honorable mention. I would definitely put Brunson at 12 to 14. Brunson is coming up, bro. That man is growing quick. He's like an ant or even like a Tyrese Halliburton. Both of them boys coming up. I would not say they're superstars yet, because in my books, a superstar is someone who's really been tested. You fought through adversity. You know, you were in this type of setting, and you made it to the top. Even if you didn't claim it, you still got your team out the trenches and made it to the top. In my books, that's what a superstar is. So I would say your Jalen Brunsons, your Tyrese Maxeys, your Halliburtons, like that whole class, your Ant-Mans, these are all cats who are going to be superstars, God willing, one day. But right now, they're not there yet. But that's my case. 1 through 15. Like I said, man, y'all got something to say. Hit it up in the comments, bro. That's all I got for y'all. Let me give it to Jimmy.
Well, that was my list. You said good points. You said good thoughts on it. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the list so far on top 15. I know there could be a lot of people hating me on the list, but hey, tell me down below what you think about the list. What you're gonna change? Do you agree? Or do you agree with Kyle, what he said too?
Yeah.
Do you agree with him? Or do you agree with me about the list in each one? The list can pop up right here, and the players can be right there too.
That's it.
So, before we end this video, like, comment, subscribe
Do it, General.
and notifications on.
Turn it on, bro. Stop playing.
Notifications on. You gotta stop playing. Man, come on now. You've been watching the video this long and you haven't liked yet? Like, come on now. But before we end this video, anything you want to say before you leave?
Hey man, like I said, it was just a blessing to be on here, man. Anytime I can support my guys, definitely gonna get into it, especially if it's about basketball. You know, that's the first love right there. But thank you guys for having me. Hoping that you tune in and stay easy, man.
To that. And watch last video too. Like I said, watch last video too. So not gonna talk too much. I'll see you guys next time.
Hey, it's